Hey, welcome back to the Tomorrow's Workforce series. This is part 4 of Career Navigation Skills and Career Connected Learning. I'm Hans Meter, the creator and presenter for this series, and if you miss any of the earlier parts, go to bctstrategy.com and find the landing page called Video Series, and you can get all the video links. So we finished the last part by asking this question. In the midst of rapid and relentless change, how do we equip students to navigate their futures? We're going to hear a story about a school district that is working to build career-connected learning experiences for every student so that they can navigate their futures. But before we hear about that district, I wanted to call attention to something that I believe can really divert us from getting the kind of innovations that we're going to hear about in a few minutes. What I'm going to talk about is a factoid, I put that in air quotes, that I've run into, and it has to do with the data point 85%. You may have heard something like this from a keynote speaker or a futurist who says something like this: 85% of today's jobs that kindergartners will step into haven't even been invented yet. Now, that's a pretty interesting sounding factoid, but it doesn't really hold basis in reality. I've been looking into these kind of factoids for a number of years, and the best I can see is something that was inserted by a politician into a speech back in the 1990s. But there's actually no research behind it. That's why I call it the 85% myth. Now, the reason why this factoid is intriguing is that it does contain a nugget of truth. As we saw earlier, jobs are changing now faster than ever, and there are some new jobs that are being invented, like a robotic technician or a robotic trainer or an autonomous fleet coordinator. So there will be jobs invented that we haven't envisioned yet. But 85% being completely new in just 15 or 20 years? Probably not. Certainly, a large percentage will look significantly different because of embedding AI and automation and robotics. But here's the warning. I believe that this factoid can lead us to some very inadequate responses. So before I tell you what I think, what do you think might be wrong with 85% myth, or how we respond to the 85% myth, even if it was somewhat true? First, one response I've heard, specifically when someone was asked, what do we do now? If all these jobs are different, what do we do in the future? And the response I've heard from several so-called experts is, well, we really need to develop problem-solving skills and adaptability for our students. And I scratched my head because that's not untrue. Adaptability, problem-solving skills are important, but I wonder, is that really enough when we look at the evidence about how many young people are already struggling in the job market? And supposedly, our schools are already trying to teach problem-solving skills and adaptability. So what I really worry about is that this is a code for saying, we don't really know what to do, so let's just kind of keep doing what we're already doing. And then the other common response is maybe whispered because it's a little embarrassing. And it goes like this: we can't know the future because things are changing too fast. So let's not really do anything different because we're going to get it wrong anyway. This promotes kind of a paralysis and ultimately produces more of the same of what we're already getting. Now, of course, I think there's a better response, a more proactive response, which is intentionally teaching and developing career navigation skills for every student. So, career navigation skills, instead of just loving the problem to death, how do we actually develop career navigation skills for every student? The strategy to develop career navigation skills is by implementing what we call career-connected learning. Career-connected learning is a series of activities that happen at the elementary, at the middle, and at the high school. And when needed, they can be kind of consolidated into the college experience as well. It's a sequence of learning for each student that includes 3 components: discovery, exploration, and navigation. So in the final part of this session, I'll explain each of these components in depth. But first, let me just tell you a story about an actual school district that is implementing career-connected learning for all of its students. Here's how career-connected learning is happening in Washington County in southern Utah. Located in St. George, Utah, the Washington County School District includes 49 schools, 8 large comprehensive high schools, and a dedicated CTE high school. And the overall enrollment is about 38,000 students, with a focus of career-connected learning strategies across the entire K-12 system. At the elementary level, district staff created a program they call World of Work. There's a similarly named program out of Southern California that is not the same. This was self-developed at the local level. But this program introduces K-5 students to some ideas about work, jobs, and career concepts, and with a focus on exploring their career personality types that are connected to different careers. And it's delivered to students by counselors and career technical education staff. But the program provides 5 engaging lessons or activities per grade level to build awareness. But let's be honest, there's nothing cuter than hearing a second grader announce their career plan. I'm going to be an astronaut chef. You go. We need better food in space. Middle school exploration. At the middle school level, Washington County provides a required college and career awareness course for all 7th graders. And this is a 1-credit class taught by designated trained staff. It focuses on career exploration and self-discovery. And it also incorporates the U-Science aptitude and career discovery assessment that we'll talk about more later. At the high school level, students are encouraged to enroll in CTE programs that are offered in their high school. There's a wide range of options, but there's also a really robust work-based learning experience program called the WASH K-12 Internship Program. It was launched by staff member Mike Hassler in 2016, and it connects high school students with local businesses through internships, job fairs, and industry events. Now, students who want to participate in an internship are expected to attend a couple of professional growth workshops to complete an application, and then they participate in a real-life job interview with prospective employers, and then that allows them to be hired into an internship that provides real-world experience and career readiness, and in most cases also provides some financial payment. Now, let's face it, nothing teaches you about the workplace better than realizing that your boss actually expects you to show up on time. Finally, the district opened up a new CTE high school in August of 2023, and that helps them keep pace with rapid population growth, but also offers a more intensive career preparation experience for students who want that. There are no attendance boundaries, so it's open to all Washington County students, and it offers a full schedule of both core academic subjects along with pathway electives. So students can choose from 8 pathways, which include things like business and computer science, culinary arts, engineering, health sciences. So Washington County is a phenomenal example of career-connected learning in action. And by the way, in future sessions of the Tomorrow's Workforce series, I'm going to be sharing other real-life examples of career-connected learning similar to what's happening in Washington County. But you can also find 8 CCL profiles in my book, Preparing Tomorrow's Workforce, which is available through Amazon.com or through the ACTE organization online shop. So let's wrap up this part. And next, in the final part of the session, I will explain in more detail those 3 components of career-connected learning, and I'll share some next steps for students, for parents, for school leaders, for school staff, and policymakers can take. Thank you for watching, and please make sure to subscribe to and share this series.